shit. Warum musste ich mich so krass besaufen?
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. I should get rid of all this stuff.
Hallo, Indiana Jones am Start. Oh,
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century.
Ja, Mann, Wal.
But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Ach, vielleicht sollten wir weiterzocken. Ja, ist gut.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can...
Nach Darkwater reisen. Was haben wir noch was raus? Ja, die Orte, ja. Bla bla bla. Von der Küste Boston.
Find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Das juckt mich jetzt aber... Ja, als ob es das gibt. Spaßeshalber mal gucken. Man weiß ja nie. Dunkle Wasser, Darkwater. Das ist ein Film. Darkwater, Boston. Ne. Ja, war cool gewesen. Sehr komplexer Vorgang, die Tür zu öffnen. Da muss man natürlich E gedrückt halten. La 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 la. Fuck. Das nenne ich mal ein Boot.
Almost there. Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload.
Das war zweideutig.
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Dann gehen wir mal los, würde ich sagen. Wunderbar. Ja, komm, ein Drink geht immer. Was haben wir hier?
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Alkoholverbot. Ja, sicher. Ja, moin. Nette Pfeife. Die sehen fast gleich aus. Nehmen das gleiche an. Fast. Vielleicht arbeiten die hier. Haben wir hier.
Let the police do their work.
Kann ich mit dem reden?
Hey, the same goes for you, sir. Move along.
Ach, du bist das.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. Oh, yeah? It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't understand.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops.
You
They can't understand.
Muss ich mir merken. So, was haben wir hier? Ja, moin. Und dir geht's gut? Ja? Ja? Dir geht's gut? Jawohl.
You can see he's half drunk. There's nothing to sort out. Your chum wanted to stir us up.
You can stay and watch if you
There's
want.
nothing for you here either.
The pieces.
Beat it.
Come on, you bastard! You'll see what a true sailor's got in his belly.
Dich pick ich. So sieht's nämlich aus. Moinsen. Hat der nicht gemacht, ja.
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Pure instinct. I behaved like a Hun, and I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
307th Infantry Regiment.
Well, that'll be okay for now. But the war is over. Try not to forget it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Na, komm, erst
Captain
mal.
Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
I think we'll get along well.
Will ich doch hoffen.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Nein, 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 nein.
You want a drink?
Nee, das hat er doch schon. Stopp, 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 stopp.
The Stranded Whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
You don't dare say a thing because you respect their memory. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a lot on your mind.
You're not a PI for nothing. Okay. I don't know what it's worth, though. But Mrs. Hawkins, she went to see her doctor very often.
She was sick.
Ah, I shouldn't have mentioned it to you. Forget it.
Schade, ein Versuch was wert.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah? Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Nimm mal noch einen Drink. Nimm mal noch einen Drink. Nee. Hast du schon gekriegt? Achso, ja. Na, juckt mich nicht.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Alkoholverbot.
The Hawkins
Alkoholverbot,
warehouse.
sag ich immer.
I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Noch ein Drink?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway.
She.
Anything else?
Nimm mal noch einen Drink.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
Jawohl, nimm mal noch
Same
einen.
again, please.
Here you go.
That's no moonshine.
You can say that again. House recipe.
Aus Rezeptisch. Beste.
That'll be all for now.
Kann er mitsingen? Mitspielen?
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Das sieht aus wie Professor Bienlein von Tim und Struppi.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Hübsche Narben. Moin Männer.
You have no right to treat us like this.
And the doctor, what did he say?
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Klingt nach meinem Ort. Was geht da? Ach, das ist schön. Das letzte Walfängerschiff der Insel. Willkommen zurück. Wir waren erstaunt bei dem Mann, der das die mächtigen Zahnwale übertrifft. Also die Blauwal gefallen. Ein Lagerhaus zu vermieten? Waldrad, habe ich noch nie probiert. Was haben wir hier? Piers. Haben wir wieder einen Punkt? Ja. Warten wir erstmal. So, was haben wir hier? Ja, den mag ich. Den mag ich, der ist. Hafen und zum gestrandet. Alles klar. Mittel 2. Redegewandtheit kann man immer brauchen. Dir geht's gut, Kollege. Mucksch nochmal auf. Du siehst wichtig aus, mit dir rede ich später. So, ja, hier geht's im Hinterzimmer. Das reden wir doch erstmal mit dir. Ja, moin.
What you looking at, stranger?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger.
Wow, da hat jemand seine Tage. Versuch was wert. Mr. Barkeeper, wo ist denn hier die Toiletten? Ja, komm. Tschüss, ne? Da ist schon mal noch alles genauso. Jawohl. Was ist das denn? Ah. Oh, geil. Ach, verdammt, ich dachte, ich kann nicht mitnehmen. Oh. Oh. Wie hat das gemacht?
Fishing equipment. Could do
war
with some
laut.
rust remover.
Wie habe ich das jetzt gemacht? Hallo, wie wieder aus? Ah, so. Ein Mausrad.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years.
Wenn halt alle Schüler brav sind, muss die auch keiner erwischen.
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Deswegen legt man da auch keinen Blauwal auf. Ich werd schlauer in Medizin, Leute. Ich sag's euch.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Auch nicht schlecht, das, was
What a
ich-
macabre souvenir.
Was ist das denn? Oh, das ist ein Holzbein, Leute. Finde ich hübsch. Ist doch ganz nett. Mal da hoch? Nee. Auch nicht schlecht. Das erste, was ich mache, wenn ich hier drin bin, erstmal die Wohnung von dem Typen durchgucken. Ich rede gleich mit dir. So, hier.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
Ja, machen wir mal zu, würde ich sagen, ne? So, was haben wir hier?
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman cat.
Bestimmt Selina Keil. Das ist eine Cat, sage ich euch. Alter, was ist denn hier los? Wow. So, na dann.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Ich dachte gerade, wie schnell war der denn jetzt weg?
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
Ich will die Klingel klingeln.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
Ja. Da merkt man, wer hier der Detective ist.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Hab ich schon gelesen.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
Nö.
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Machen wir so. Das Gefühl, ich werde hier noch viel Redegewandtheit brauchen. Ja, ist ein cooler Tipp. Alle Ü30 bis auf der und der ist schon tot.